I am strong.
I am an Eskimo.
I am Maniilaq.
I'm a Christian.
I'm going to high school this year.
I like to play ball. I like to be around my family because it makes me happy.
I'd like to have more of our language.
I get excited about when the beluga come around the bay.
I look forward to getting out of my village, going to college.
Getting a good job and buying brand new snibboons.
So I could raise a family.
I'm looking for a better life, a good life.
The reason why we're doing these camps is to get these kids out of this world with the cell phones and the iPods and television and back into a natural environment. Let them realize that there's a lot to life.
I watched my mom and my older sisters, and you watch it long enough, you learn. You're around it enough, it becomes second nature. Once this duck is cooked, it's the best. Better than stupid McDonald's and pizza in a box.
We're well aware that our people are going through a very challenging time. A lot of social suffering, related to alcohol abuse, drug abuse, suicide that are impacting our communities. The vision for this camp is to reground ourselves in our culture, our traditional values, our way of life, but also be able to be successful in the world today. There's a very heavy need for us to be teaching, but also healing.
It's not about survival or just subsistence. It's about thriving. It's about really maximizing who we are and what we do and how we behave in order to become healthy people. The way that camp approaches it is our traditional way is a very strong method of gaining personal strength, empowering ourselves, and dealing with the issues that are facing our young people.
Come on, Dan.
Marvin
When I was 11 years old, I injured my knee after I stole a bike. First, I shouldn't have stolen the bike.
Did the chain slip?
I learned my lesson from that, but it's a lifelong lesson. My knee still bothers me. I call my right knee my bad knee. So 39 years ago, the lessons I learned then, I still carry them on today. And that's why I said, be included. I want you guys to be included because it's not a very good feeling to be alone, right?
Yeah.
If you feel excluded and you're not part of the group, you feel alone. So don't be afraid.
Being here at the camp, I hope I experience different things, getting the best out of it, learning from it.
I'm excited to go to camp like this, meet new people.
My dad wanted me to come here to this camp. I don't know, I just came here.
Just want to fish, hunt, and be around friends.
When I'm in camp, I won't be bored.
We really only got these next 4 days together. Then Saturday we're breaking down and heading back So we'll take advantage of these days we got with each other to get to do some cool stuff.
If you got any iPods, phones, MP3 players, we don't want you guys, this is the time to be away from all that kind of stuff.
And we can't hear eyebrows raised. We're excited. I'm glad you're out here. Thank you for coming. My heart is just bubbling.
It's good. This is what this is all about. This is what strengthens us here while we're here. And when you laugh, that's a good thing. What Yvonne talked about, having a good time, maintaining that focus, really enjoying yourself out here, and keeping a positive way of thinking. Because negative thinking has a way of spreading. And so enjoy yourself while you're here. Really try to participate hard. We want you to know that this is a unique thing you're doing. It's never ever going to be the same. So this week is it. What you do, you make the best of it while we're here, while we got it. They say you're supposed to take from the earth and eat it in our area and let that land go into your blood. And so I've been eating earth from all over the place from Alaska, and I tell people, gee whiz, sometimes I ate so much earth I end up rocks. But it's really important to understand how that respect value becomes part of the rest of this week and hopefully the rest of your life. You learn something while you're here. So kuyan, teku. Okay, now this time I want you to breathe deep on your right lung. Ready? Like you could actually breathe on your right lung. Okay, I want you to take a pencil in your belly button. Okay? And we're going to write Inupiaq. Ready? I N. All right, everybody.
When you're being taught stuff, don't say I know, okay? Even if you know, you'll get it deeper in you. So when you're cleaning whitefish, the best thing to do is scale the fish out, okay? And you always treat your animals, fish, game, any kind of anything with respect, because it offered itself to you. Don't be scared. You gotta get right into it.
You don't have to be shy.
Don't. What you need not to do, you girls need not to be scared of things. It's not gonna do nothing to you. The blood and everything can wash off your hands, okay? Okay, go ahead.
I don't know you in detail yet, but I'd like to think that by the time we leave, we'll be part of each other's life permanently. I grew up in a little village. I thought that was the world, you know. I didn't know any different. By the time I was 5 or 6 years old, actually, I moved over to this huge, monstrous place called Maniilaq that was 900 people. And when I saw things for the first time from a different angle, you start to realize how valuable what you have really is. Each one of us here is growing and changing. We live blessed. We have it so good, and yet we try to put all the good things behind us and try to go for what we think is better. And as a result, we start to not realize that we have such powerful things in our lives right here, right now. You know, each one of you here that came here has a powerful story. The things that you've gone through is so powerful that it can affect other people. When you leave from this place, when you leave from this land, you'll see this trail right here that's underneath your feet. that you're making right now. You'll see it, it's clearly be marked. When this tent is lifted and gone, you'll see the parts where we were here. And you take from this experience, you take and move on forward into your life, and you start to realize some of the things we came here to deal with, they're weak. Some of the challenges that we think are so big, they're actually, as each individual here, you guys are very, very, very special to all of us here. Straight ahead, straight ahead. Easy, 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 easy.
Life is a challenge for us, and we gotta learn how to face those challenges head on and work through them. Otherwise, they can consume us, and our life becomes more than we can handle. So when I was your guys' age, I woke up, I realized one day I'm gonna have kids, and I told myself, my kids aren't gonna go through what I went through, and I'm gonna change my life in order to be able to be there for my children. It was not like overnight, but I realized I had the power of choice. That's one power that we all have in here as people. It could be a little simple choice. It could be a big choice. Should I go out to get training to become a heavy equipment mechanic? Or should I go to college? And our whole life's going to be filled with choices like that. But we don't have to do it alone. You build those relationships, friendships. That's what helps you to make it through things that come up in your life. That's why we're doing this camp. We had this vision to create a space for you guys to come out, learn some about the culture, the tradition, the way of life. It's important for us to know that we can make it through those challenges, and a big part of that is being able to share with each other what it is we're going through. It's good for you to be able to cry sometimes. We have to as people. That's a healing for us, so we don't hold everything up inside. I'm really glad that you guys are here, and I'm glad to see the relationships being built between you so that people can begin to heal and connect with each other in a healthy way.
Let's take the body out first.
I don't know if I'm going to do this right.
How are you going to learn?
I don't know.
The way to do it is just do it, right? There we go. My brother and I do a lot of stuff together as we were growing up. When we were doing it for the first time, we say to each other, well, here goes nothing.
Skin it and then gut it and then give it to me and I'll cook it.
Go nail it on the plywood, let it dry like that, stretch it out.
My life would be better if I just stopped annoying my sister and getting her mad. Just go on with life and be happy.
My life would be better if all my family came together for Mother's Day and my birthday.
Someone there beside me just makes me feel better.
Learning more stuff about the Maniilaq tradition.
College, because y'all have a better life if you go to college.
Some information about how to make more friends.
How was it?
going to do a part of a song called Chaqamna Khaya. Chaqamna Khaya Ingrenim Pulre Cha Chaqamna Jagalat Chaqamna Rikhbim Khaya Galuni Ma Sakhjulre Khaya Galuni Ma Sakhjulre Doluto Aipani. What kind of knee? Aipani. Left hand out, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, and we go. Angut vilus harat magur. Okay, good job. You guys did a really good job. Give yourselves a big round of applause.
Some shotgunners. Yep. Sadie Creek.
Close it. Now nothing's in the chamber to shoot, you know, so it's safe. When we're ready, you just got to press this button, cock it, like that. But we don't want to travel when we're walking around with one in there. We're going to make a big blind right here in a big circle. See these willows? You guys could put those decoys, Josh. Some duck decoys in these grasses right here.
There's a lot of ways you can stay away from suicide. One thing, your family and friends.
A real friend, a good family member who's always there for you at all times, no matter if it's down or up.
Everything a person needs, like love, happiness, help.
Helping people out and making new friends is more important.
I cheer myself up by having fun with my little brothers and sisters.
Living up here, being able to do a lot of different things make you whole.
I gotta eat them and both after too.
Just like a 308. All right, let's go. Face your partner, look at them. Say what I say. You are beautiful.
Beautiful.
That's the truth. Every one of us, you know, even the men, there's something beautiful about us, about who we are, about the person that we are. Someone just called you beautiful, so what I want you to do is reflect on some quality that you have, some characteristic, something about you that makes you a beautiful human being. I don't look at you guys as kids anymore. You're young, but you're young adults. That's a big responsibility, that transition from a child going into a young adult. And a part of that is that you guys are making your own decisions. You have all these different influences, but you're making them yourself, you know? And so learning how to become responsible with those decisions is really important. You know, I really want to encourage you guys to build those strong, good relationships with your friends and even with your family. We can't control what other people do, but we can control what we do. And part of that is trying to grow up, because that's what you're doing right now in your age as teenagers. You're growing up, and part of growing up is just learning how to live in the world in a good way.
We enjoy being out on the land or out on the Makbik, but when we're out there, we have to treat it with great reverence. That's what feeds us. That thing takes care of us, because everything goes around, man. What goes around comes around. And how we treat other people, how we treat the land, that comes back to us. It's the same thing like what we're building here. This Maniilaq, you know, people sometimes they look at it like a playhouse. It's not. You go into this place that's hot. You're supposed to be naked just like when you were born, and it's very warm in there just like the womb. So we treat that place with great reverence. You know, when people come into the steam bath, they can never come into my Maniilaq drunk or under the influence of anything, because people are laying around in there. Their body is in there, their mind is in there, spirit is in there. It's a very, very, very special place. This Maniilaq is something that's designed to help you heal emotionally, physically, and spiritually. You'll feel it. That's why when you come out, sometimes you feel so good. It is a natural high. Your body releases chemicals inside of there because of that experience. You don't need all that other stuff to get high. This is it right here. Your ancestors, your people's ancestors, they were capable of phenomenal physical things that most of us here couldn't even think about. Unbelievably physically strong. That today we think it's impossible. But back in those days, those people could do it just like that, no problem. So that's the kind of strength and respect we need to think about when we're doing these kind of things. These structures were designed to keep our people healthy. And it's so important to gather, to share, to experience new things and stories that have been told for literally millennium. And that's what that structure was for. When you go in there, each element has its place. Each element has its purpose. The wood, the fire, the rocks, the water, all of it represent real life. And when you have young people willing to go inside the Maniilaq and actually experience what it feels like and how their mind becomes aware, that's powerful stuff. That leaves them lasting memories, an imprint about who they really are.
This is the beginning of our last day all together. I just want to say, really appreciate the time that you guys have together today,
Never knew we had the biggest kid in camp right here.
I'll try to go over that pit.
Taking a look back on this last 3 or 4 days here, how many here realized that when you first got here, a lot of you were strangers and didn't know each other, right? Right? And I noticed the difference between when you first opened up and you said, "My name is..." And now you're like, "Hey, what's going on? What's shaking? What's happening? Bacon is shaking, bacon. What's going on?" We've been actually willing to get in there and sweat with each other and run around and get to know each other and see each other's popcorn in the eye in the morning. And how many here really enjoyed themselves while they were here? We've come here as strangers and we're getting ready to leave here as friends, and I'd actually like to think it's actually more like family. Some of us had to heal from the hurt. Some of us were hurting. Some of us are still hurting. And we're still in the process of growing. And that's okay. I mean, you can't come here for 5 days and everything's all fixed. Band-aids and whatnot don't fix everything up. We're just getting started. You guys are actually going to take it from here and move it into your real life. But when you go back to your community, go back to your village, go back to where you came from, people are still going to look at you the same way. And some of them might still treat you the same way.
You'll be different than your buddies, your Barts in town. They'll be all caught up in the world, try to walk around on 3rd Street trying to be pretty and cool, but you'll have an inner peace about yourself. Maybe someday you'll be running a camp like this, and that's what we're hoping.
Just thank you guys for having that courage, for trying things out while you were here. I think we came quite a ways for just 5 days together, so Masich, thank you for everything.
Camp was important to me because I didn't expect to make any friends. They're really good friends.
First they were strangers, then 3 or 4 days passed. I got to know them a lot better.
I hope that we'll be friends for a long time.
Camp is important to me, yeah, because I had time to get away from all that stuff back at home.
Camp was important to me because I never knew how to do all these kinds of things.
Because I was able to try new stuff out.
Lots to learn.
Because I need to learn to do more cultural stuff. Don't want to lose how we used to live a long time ago.
Because it helps me grow as a person.
It was fun.
I had fun here.
I am Inupiaq and I'm proud.
I love being an Inupiaq person.
I am Inupiaq.
I am Inupiaq.
I am Inupiaq.
I am Inupiaq and I am proud of it.
Don't forget your shoes.
My advice would be to come to this camp if they have it again next year.
My advice to other people is to keep going, stay strong.
Keep trying and you'll be happy.
Talk about memories back home.
Keep your head up.
Finish school.
Stay positive, stay out of drugs, and don't drink.
Keep the tradition going.
There's always a new day. You can always change your life and turn it around.
Be who you are.
We could get through it and keep moving on. No more sorrow, just happiness.
This is actually a remembrance of the way it used to be all the time, 24/7, 365. It wasn't when we had the time or when we had the money to go do those kind of things. But we're still here. We're living, we're breathing, we're adapting, we're thriving. We're not just surviving.
Just in subsistence alone, there's family interaction, there's growth as people and as individuals, there's learning. You can be healthy, physically, emotionally, spiritually. We have that here, and we need to get back to it.
Our way of life, our language, our culture, our knowledge and our understandings is something that's so special to have and so important to continue to share with our future generations so that we don't lose an understanding of who we are.
you.